Hey guys, we're here today to film a video with Esther Collinetti, and she is a co-owner of Rev Cycle Studio in Baltimore, Maryland. So we're excited to work together today because she's an extreme athlete, completed 9 Ironmans, as well as an avid cyclist, and runs her own goal coaching workshops. So a great person to get to know, and I'll link her information below for you. But today we're gonna work through a cyclist body. So you're gonna see kind of the parts of her body that are super tight, the parts that you need to be opening for those of you that ride a lot, even if you take spin classes. So we're excited to share this with you today. You ready?
Ready.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start on our mats in child's pose. So Esther's going to allow her hips to move back to her heels, her arms forward. And that's where an athlete, a cyclist, any type of person who uses their body a lot is first gonna notice the sensations. So she's gonna notice if her hips are tight, if her low back is tight. She's gonna feel her shoulders in this pose even. And then also this is where we hopefully start to connect to our breath. So when we inhale, we breathe in through our nose. And then we keep our lips closed as we exhale, which is our Ujjayi breath. So we inhale in through the nose. And then we exhale out of the nose, again, trying to keep those lips sealed for Ujjayi and trying to create some length in her body. So from here, we're gonna inhale, move forward into tabletop just to kind of start to feel. So we're gonna bring her shoulders right on top of her wrists, which you can see here, and then her hips are right over her knees. And we're just gonna start a couple cat and cows. So in the cat and cow sequence, it's important to really look up when we inhale. So go ahead and drop your stomach, look up at the sky. And then exhale to tuck the chin and look at the belly, and then pause here for a moment so you can really feel the back puff up. And then 2 more rounds of that. So it's an inhale, look up and forward. And then an exhale, pull back. And then 1 more round, inhale, look up and forward. Nice, exhale, pull back. So athletes, we pound our feet. So we're gonna find a neutral spine here, and we're just gonna push our tailbone back onto our heels. And can you sit on your heels without any pain? For the most part, okay. And then just grab your strap, and I'm gonna grab my strap with you. And if this is uncomfortable to sit with your toes tucked, you can always untuck your toes, or you can keep them tucked and sit on a block too. So we're just gonna take our strap about shoulder height. And a lot of times when we cycle, when we run, we're hunched forward and our shoulders are rolled in. So we're just gonna inhale, raise our arms up to the sky. Good, now pull your rib cage back in. And then you're gonna exhale, bring the strap back down. Good, so side view of our feet, just make sure you guys notice that. Inhale the arms up high. And then exhale, bring it back down. And then from there, Esther, we can widen our hands a little bit. So that way when we come up into the air, pull the ribs in. Exhale behind you a little bit. Inhale back up into the air. And then exhale, bring it back down. Good, a little bit wider if you need to. Inhale, rise. Exhale, see if you can come all the way to the tail. Pause, pull the belly in. Inhale, up and over the head. Good, exhale, lower down. And then 1 more time, inhale, up and over the head. Exhale, tap the tailbone, pull the belly in, pause, inhale, up and over the head. And then exhale, rest the strap down. So that should have built some quick heat in the chest, as well as started to notice where are you tight, where do you feel any tension. Bring your hands forward, we'll come into downward facing dog. So as we curl our toes and pull back, you'll notice that some people are super tight in their hamstrings, some people aren't. And so your heels can touch the ground or they can stay elevated off the ground. It's completely up to you. And I'm just gonna apply some pressure to her lower back here so that she can start to feel some extension in her lumbar spine, but also hopefully a little bit of release here.
That feels good.
And then you can allow maybe the eyes to close, the head to dangle. And just a space that as you press into your palms and press your feet down, you really start to feel your body here. We're gonna inhale, Esther, roll forward to plank together. Good, exhale, and this push back to down dog. And for those of you that don't do a lot of yoga, this is gonna be your first time. Go into it 2 more times where you really kind of start to feel down dog to plank transition, which is a pretty common movement in yoga. Last time, come forward. Good, exhale, lay on your belly this time. So you're gonna bend your elbows through chaturanga to come all the way down. And then untuck your toes for me. Keep your hands right along your ribs. So That'd be the bottom of your sports bra line. And then inhale, lift your chest for baby cobra. And we're really gonna work on pressing down through our feet in this pose because we wanna remember that our legs are strong and we can use our legs. Good, exhale, lower down. And then inhale, maybe you straighten the arms, maybe not for cobra. Good, heart comes forward. And then exhale to lower down. And then one more on her own. So inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And for up dog, you really use the legs if you want to, but it may not feel great. And then she'll lay flat on her belly. Good, push back to child's pose. Exhale here, and then we're gonna grab our strap again. So we're just gonna add this into the sequence. So I'm gonna move with you. Esther, we're gonna sit back on our heels. Take your strap a little bit wider than your shoulders. Inhale, bring the arms up and over. Exhale behind you, tap the tailbone. Inhale, up and over. Good, exhale, place your strap down. Curl your toes, press back to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward to plank, and now lay down on your belly on your exhale. So chaturanga all the way down. Untuck your toes, but press into them. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, maybe straight arm cobra, your choice. And then we'll lower together. And then inhale, full bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha, which is your up dog. Look up if you can. Good, go right into child's pose from here, push back. Good, one more time with that strap sequence, come forward. Go ahead and try to tuck the toes if you guys haven't tried yet. Sit on your heels. Again, it's really healthy for the feet to get them to stretch like that. Inhale, up and over your head. Exhale all the way behind you. Try to engage the core the whole time. Inhale, up and over your head. Good, exhale, lay the strap down. We'll come to down dog. Inhale to plank. Back to down dog. Inhale to plank. This time we're gonna take chaturanga into up dog or into cobra, your choice, so your vinyasa. And then we'll skip over child's pose and pull back to down dog. Good, step your feet up to your hands, Esther, into a deep yogi squat. So left foot and right foot, and then lower your tailbone down. Good. And then lift your chest. So in this pose, now that she's a little bit warm, her hips are gonna start to open, heart is reaching forward, and there's this long line from the tail through the back of her head, hopefully. Some of us are gonna be hunched forward a little bit more. And I just want you to really activate your triceps. So try to press them into your inner thighs. And then as that happens, the tailbone is gonna lower and then the heart is gonna lift up a bit more. Good. So breathe in here. And then again, your feet, another space we want to keep healthy. Can you feel both big toes, both pinky toes, both heels, and then the inside and outside of the foot, so it's that even weight distribution? Good, we're gonna fold forward, so hands down on the mat and tailbone to the sky. Turn the toes forward for this pose, then exhale. I'm just gonna put a little pressure on the low back and on the tailbone here. Good, inhale, rise all the way to stand for me. Reach your arms up into the air. Now lift your quads so your pelvis doesn't sink. Look all the way up at your fingertips. Good, fold forward. Bring your hands back down to the mat for me. Lift your spine halfway up, gaze forward. And then we're just gonna step our left foot back into a lunge. So we're gonna keep our right foot forward. And then just kind of move front to back. So the first time you step into a lunge, if you're an avid cyclist, you might be like, okay, my hip flexors, my hamstrings, and you can just maybe work this right leg a little bit straighter. Each time it moves a little bit deeper. Good, so now stay in your lunge for me. Keep your knee in line with your middle toe. Squeeze your left butt. Now relax your left butt, and then notice how your your quad drops down. Now squeeze your left butt and then soften. Now squeeze it really tight, press into your left hand, peel your right arm up into the air. Good, twist. Let your chest open, and then you want to keep firing this left side of the body as you open up a little bit more. Breathe in, you should feel your hips a lot. And then as this hand comes down, we're going to bring it to the inside of the foot. So heel toe the right foot a little bit more over to the right. And now we can bring our back knee down finally. Good. Bring your right hand to your right thigh bone. Bring your left hand out to the left, so towards me. And then from there, over the side of the body into kind of this lateral stretch. Good. And then that's where the left hip flexor really talks to us. Now we're gonna exhale very slowly, bring our left hand back down and our right hand. And then just pause here in a knee down lizard variation. So you should feel the back hip flexor. You should feel even your psoas into your stomach. So the abdominal muscles. And then maybe we drop our left forearm down and our right. Our palms can come together. And if you guys want more, you can pick up this back knee if you want to feel more work. But if you're like, I don't really need more work in this pose, then you can stay right where you are.
We always need more work.
She'll probably always show you option 2, and then I'll demonstrate option 1. You're gonna take another breath in. Now if your forearms are down like Esther's are, you're gonna straighten back to your palms. And then if your back knee isn't lifted, go ahead and lift it up for me. Good, exhale from here. We'll step into high plank, top of a push-up. Good, and then we'll lower through our vinyasa. So chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra. Look up if you can. Drishti really matters for these poses. Exhale back to down dog. Peek at your toes. Good. And then from there, just come high on the balls of the feet. Exhale, try to drop your heels down and then lift your toes. And then do that again. Inhale, high on the balls of the feet. Exhale, drop your heels down, lift your toes. Good, and then you're gonna look forward. You're gonna tiptoe, tiny baby steps, forcing the hamstrings to activate, forcing the belly to work all the way up to your hands. Beautiful job. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up and over the head. This time we're gonna interlock the fingers, press up to the sky. And now take your chin down and look at your belly button as you pull your arms back for me. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good, release your arms for me down by your sides. So before we do the second side, we're just gonna create a little bit of side to side movement. So just start to swing yourself side to side for me, Esther, good. It's called empty coat sleeves. And if you want, you can use your hand behind you to kind of smack your butt or your back. And this loosens you up. So a lot of times as an athlete, we have forward motion, especially as a cyclist. So it's that idea of getting yourself moving, spinal rotation, but also those lateral stretches we throw in. So see if you can start to activate your outward ha breath. And you'll hear that here. We'll do 4, 3, 2. Now slow down for 1. Normal breathing. You might feel a little lightheaded. And then as you slow down, inhale, bring your arms up, slow your breath, pause here. So this is where you reset, you bring your heart rate back down. Good, and then fold forward, bring your hands back to your mat. And again, I'll apply a little bit pressure because now Esther might be able to fold deeper. So notice where your hands first start in a forward fold. So hers started forward and now they've walked back. And that's your goal, is to keep folding, tailbone up and then heart deeper over the legs. Good, lift halfway for me, Esther. And then on your exhale, you're gonna step your right foot back into a lunge. And this may be your better side, depending on your hip flexors, depending on your strength. And again, we'll just move a little bit. So first we just move in the hip and in the joint. So a little bit of kind of a ballistic movement almost. And then from there, we can start to move directly from one muscle to the other, where we work hip flexor and then hamstring. And again, all this is very relative to your own strength and flexibility. Good, and what feels good. So moving this quickly may not feel good, so allow yourself some time. Good, bend into the front knee now for me. Exhale, pause, and now I want you to squeeze your right butt a lot, and now soften it and feel the thigh drop a hair. Good, squeeze your right butt a lot, soften. Now squeeze your butt a whole lot. Use your fingertips if needed, otherwise right palm down. Keep the butt firing, and then inhale, peel, left arm up. Good, so notice her stacking of her shoulders, which you can see from her bottom hand to her top palm. And this idea of rolling the chest open. Good. And then this glute stays tight, which keeps the thigh super active so it doesn't fall down to the ground. Exhale the hand inside of the foot, and then we'll heel toe our foot over to the left. So she's actually gonna have to move her foot over and then keep the toes forward if available. If it feels better in the knee, the toes can always turn out. And then from there, go ahead and put your back knee down. We're gonna place our left hand on our left thigh. We're gonna inhale our right arm out to the right, and then from there, it's gonna come over the head and allow us to create this lateral movement. Now, if you want more, watch my hand. It can straighten, and then I can move, or you can kind of stay into the leg, your choice. Take a full inhale. Exhale, lower the right palm and then the left. And since Esther says more work, pick up the back knee, and then lower right forearm and then left, please. Good. So for lizard pose, it can be still. There can be movement. There doesn't have to be movement. Notice there's a little bit of curvature in her upper back here. In order to release that, she would just have to pull her heart forward more, or you can keep that curvature. It doesn't matter. It's more of what feels better. It's definitely harder to release the curvature than it is to keep it there. Take another full breath, and if you're on your forearms, we'll straighten our arms. Good, and then let's step into plank where we'll take our vinyasa together. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Good, exhale to downward facing dog. Breath out. Good, now tiptoe again all the way up to your hands, inch by inch by inch by inch by inch. Good, separate your feet for deep yogi squat for me one more time. Drop down to the tail. Press the inner thighs open, lift your chest forward. Good, and then from your breath out, have a seat on your tailbone. Take your left foot over to the right. So just take the foot to the right, and then take your right foot over the left. Good, you wanna push down through this right big toe. Grab your shin for me, Esther, sit up nice and tall. And then you should feel a pull in the outer right hip first. And then from there, just gently grab the front of the shin. Don't try to wrap the tricep, just a gentle twist. And then find that rotation to the right here as we look over our back right shoulder bone together. Good. And then what happens here a lot is, especially as athletes, we use our muscles to twist. So I can see that Esther's muscles are super active. So it's just like, can you find some softness? It's like, how can you get into the twist but then soften? Good, place this back hand behind you as you look over the shoulder for 3, 2, and then come back to center, hug the knee to the chest. Good, and then from there, we're gonna take the bottom of this foot together, so hold the bottom of your right foot, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, press it into the sky. Good. Bend the knee back in. And then I just want you to place your hands next to you and roll through your foot a little bit. Good, relax it. And then pick up your left foot, put your right foot where it was, crisscross. Sit up nice and tall. Again, try to press down through your left big toe mound. Hug the shin in tight, lift your chest forward. Take a full breath in. And then a very gentle grab with the right arm. Inhale the left arm up and over the head and place the fingertips there. And again, watch the activity of the shoulders. They rise, so see if you can bring them back down to twist. And then feel the effort of your body in this pose. Good. And you'll notice the more that you start to realize when your muscles are working when they don't need to be working, the less you're gonna use them. So right away, Esther's already noticed that, and her shoulders have already dropped, meaning they've depressed down to the tailbone. And she doesn't have any tension in her neck, which is what we want to avoid, especially when we're trying to relax our body. Good, come back through center, hug your shin. Take the bottom of your foot for me. Left foot, that is. Sit up nice and tall if available, and then reach your foot to the sky. And I know a lot of you aren't gonna be here with your body. You might be more here, and that's totally fine. And then exhale, using your core strength, you're gonna bring your fingertips down. You're just gonna roll through the ankle for 3, 2, good, and 1. From here, ground the feet in front of you. And we're just gonna work on opening the chest a little bit more. So plant the fingertips, they face your glutes. Press into your feet, inhale, pelvis to the sky. Exhale, drop your head back if available, and then move through your shoulders. So apply weight in both palms, left and right. Good. Exhale, tuck the chin, bring the tailbone down. And then we're gonna reverse that motion. Curl forward over your knees and then just puff up your back and feel all that energy. Good. One more time. Inhale, bring the arms out to the side. Exhale, bring them behind you. Inhale, reverse tabletop, pelvis up. Exhale, head drops, and then again, some movement. And if dropping the head feels unsafe or not well, just tuck your chin. Good. Exhale, bring the tailbone down. Try to hug your body when you come forward with the opposite arm on top, so it's gonna be like that unnatural grip. Roll forward over the knees, puff up your back, hold, hold, hold. Good, and then release to a neutral spine where we're gonna work into bound angle. So bottoms of your feet together, and then what I want you guys to do is move your tailbone back a little bit more than you really want to. So there's this nice wide diamond. Good, from there, inhale, lift and lengthen, pressing evenly into your butt. Take your elbows to your inner thighs, press them open, and I just want you to bring your chest flat and try to look forward for me. See if you can lift your chin. Good. So this is either gonna pull in your outer hips, so right here, piriformis region. It's gonna pull in your lumbar spine. It might even pull in your neck. And then if you want, Esther, you can drop your head from here and then allow your hands to walk out in front of you, if available. Good, and so this is a pose you can hang out in for a while. We're not gonna be here for too long today, but you can always pause the video and you can stay here for longer, or you can repeat this pose maybe when you wake up in the morning or in the evenings. The idea of really starting to release in the outside of the hips. From here, we're gonna sit up together, and I just want you to take your thumbs for me and offer a little self-massage to the inner arches of the feet. So you're gonna work from the very bottom of the heel point, and you're gonna just massage up to the big toe. And then this little bit of self-massage will kind of help you notice if you have crampy feet. What are you feeling? And you can even roll through the big toe region, so big toe mound section of the foot, ball of the foot, and then walk your hands back down. It's a little bit of that self-massage action. It'd be better if I was doing this for you, I guess. Maybe next time. And then from there, bring your knees in, plant your feet, and we're gonna lay together on our backs, where we're gonna do a little bit of a core sequence just to allow ourselves to remember the importance of activating our core throughout the day so that we keep the rest of our body safe. So go ahead and bring your knees to 90 degrees, Esther. Feet are flexed, and your knees are in line with your hip flexors. Good. From there, Esther's gonna keep her palms down, and she's gonna pull her back down. So I want you to really notice the suction of her lumbar spine so she doesn't create a big curve in her back. From here, we're gonna bring our left arm over our head, and then our right leg is gonna go forward. Good. From there, we'll just switch. So bring the arm down and switch. So this is a very simple functional movement. Keep going, side to side, that really activates the core, the full body, and everything that we have going on that keeps us healthy and safe. Good. We'll do 3 more each side. And again, it's that idea of we overdevelop muscles, specifically if we cycle a lot. And then from there, we have imbalances. But if we have a really strong core, we can start to counter those imbalances and fight them back. Once you've completed those, give your knees a big hug. Good, and then I'm just gonna apply a little pressure to your shins so that your lumbar spine can press down and relax. Good. Go ahead and pull your knees apart, Esther, to start to move through the groin a little bit. And then place the feet to the sky for happy baby. So you'll grab the sides of your feet for me. And bend the knees to the sides. And then if you want, you can work with a straight leg to the right, a straight leg to the left, whatever feels good. And then just pause in the center. Good. Exhale, slowly hug the right knee in, left leg long. Pull the thigh all the way up to the stomach for me. And then twist, bring the knee across the body, look over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hug the opposite knee in, left knee to chest, right leg forward. And then twist, bring the knee across the body, And look over the opposite shoulder. And again, these are poses where I definitely encourage you to do them for longer. So pause the video, or again, adding to your morning routine of stretching, or before you go to bed. Come back to center, hug the knee into the chest tightly. Bring your right knee in to join, and then rub the low back side to side, so massage. Good. It's important to take a Shavasana after this, so you'll rest and you'll lay flat, but I just want you to go ahead, if you're moving along with us, to sit up nice and tall together. Just gonna rock forward, and then find a comfortable seat. So try to root through your tailbone, reach your chest forward. Raise your arms up high into the sky. Good. Exhale, you're gonna hug your shoulders for me, and then roll forward. And then inhale, reach up into the sky. Exhale, hug the shoulders, opposite wrap. Roll forward. Inhale, reach up into the sky. Pull the hands down to the heart and thank yourself for giving back to your body, for all that your body gives to you to perform as an athlete. Allow yourself to be grateful for those opportunities. And I'm grateful to you, Esther, to practice with us today. So thank you so much for being here. Namaste to all of you. And if you have any questions about cycling, training for Ironman, or goal coaching, you can reach out to Esther. Her information will be below at the bottom of the page, and you can ask in the comment section. And if you have any questions about cyclists, we're happy to answer. Thanks, guys.